And it's another Thursday, and it's your favorite time for sports in Dominica. You're on your favorite sports station, Q95. Good night. I'm Lockhart Sebastian, and together with me is
Dr. Thompson Fontaine
and
Emmanuel Loblack.
Right, and as is customary, we will start. We have to give God the praise. So we will hear Pastor Rodney, who leads us in prayer.
Father, thank you for today. Thank you for your grace, and thank you for taking care of us throughout the day. We are grateful that you have undertaken for us, you have preserved us, you have protected us, and you have kept us here. I pray today, Lord, that you will take hold and control of this program. Father God, you will keep giving the hosts wisdom to guide this program, to educate people, to elevate their minds and their thoughts and their lives. Father God, everyone who will be tuned in tonight will be better off for listening to Sports Wrap. Bless every listener, bless every contributor to the program, Father God, and as all the subjects are discussed, from sports to national important issues, Father God, that every person within the sound of the voice of the people on the program will be educated and will be lifted in your spirit. And we thank you for a great program tonight. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Purchase of God, born of His Spirit, washed in His blood. This is my story. This is my song, praising my Savior
all the day long.
This is my story. This is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. This is my song, praising my Savior
all the day long.
This is my story. This is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. Perfect submission, all is at rest. I am my Savior, and happy and blessed, watching and waiting.
Nobi, you're a choir boy.
Yes, I love it. It's mighty. It's a powerful song.
Yeah, Nobi, yeah, I know this. No, well, they missed you in the choir last week. The crop and in funeral and Timothy's funeral. We'll talk about that in a while. The cream of the crop was there in the choir. So you were missed Lobby last week Saturday.
No,
anyway, I'll come to that. Don't worry. Just you know why. Tonight we're going to be talking. We'll have the national coach for us. As you know, Dominica suffered 2 defeats, and really, Dominica shouldn't be losing to St. Martin. That is, the coach will explain to us what happened. We'll also speak to the coach of the volleyball team that won the tournament in Antigua, the under-23. So we'll speak to the coach as well as the PRO. I will talk a little about the track lobby. I heard them on the radio saying that they're going to build, that they have a master plan, and they're going to build all sorts. They will have bleachers. They will have a place to have CO down there. They will have all sorts of things for the track. So we'll discuss that as well. And there's cricket, plenty cricket, guys. The under-19 senior fountain made some runs yesterday. They're playing tomorrow. Windward Islands did very well last night to come back to score 325 runs to win. Very good batting performance. Tonight at 10:20, the first test of the Ashes between Australia and England starts tonight, and that's going to be very interesting, guys, I can tell you. So lots of cricket, and West Indies play tomorrow night as well. Indian, South Africa play tomorrow. And so people who like cricket, you have endless cricket to follow. So we'll talk about all that.
And Sri Lanka's playing against
Pakistan,
Zimbabwe and lost.
Yes, yes. So
they lost to Zimbabwe.
Yeah, so there's a lot of cricket. And of course, we cannot forget that the smallest nation to qualify for the World Cup,
that's right.
Curacao. And do you know only one guy that was born in Curacao? Only one player that was born in Curacao. And Haiti, my goodness, has qualified as well for the World Cup.
Since 1998.
Yeah, they've qualified for the World Cup next year. So a lot of stuff we have to talk about. Yes, a lot of stuff. But you know, guys, Lobby, as I said, the funeral last Saturday, Dr. Fountain was there. Nice funeral. I mean, they had the cream of the crop, as I told you, in the choir. Your Jefferson Joseph, Philip Hosford, Esther Robinson, just Pearl Christian, just name it.
Michelle Henderson.
It was really a good send-off. But you know, having said that, guys.
Was the premier?
Huh?
Yeah, was the prime minister?
Well, hold on. Let's come to that. And you know, that's a bit distasteful and disrespectful. And I'll tell you why.
Yes.
Julius Timothy died on the 19th of October, the Sunday, right? The Monday morning, I deliberately listened to DBS News. And here you are, this guy talking about they're going to give Timothy a state funeral and whatever. I mean, let's be honest. This is a guy that served twice in the cabinet. Twice. He served as Minister of Health and then Minister of Rural, whatever, under the Labour Party. Michael, what it is that could be so important that you could not have found yourself there to at least to give him a good send-off? And not only he, you know, his wife wasn't there either, and a few other ministers, and they said they're giving the girl a state funeral. And also, Dr. Fountain, I don't know if you listened to well, when the person who was on the mic was introducing, she said acting prime minister when she spoke about Irving Makita. You heard that, right?
That is correct. She referred to him as the acting.
What I know, and probably you can correct me, you cannot have an acting prime minister and a prime minister together. Can you ask that?
Well, when she said acting, I assumed that he was overseas.
Well, he was not overseas.
Oh,
we've heard, well, I cannot say that's a fact, but a lot of people think that he was in Vickers in a funeral. Even if it wasn't in Vickers, the funeral started at 2. When I was coming up to the funeral after 1, I saw the 2 vehicles going up, the prime minister's vehicles going down. So there's no way he could have left the island at 2 o'clock. No way, impossible. So to say you have the acting prime minister, Dr. McIntyre, I thought that was an error. And I think it's very distasteful that a state funeral and the leader of the cabinet is not there. My goodness. Lobby, you wanted to say something about that?
Oh, Tim will always remember for his content of his character as a good citizen, a good Samaritan. That's what is important, Sebastian. You get to your grave with a name, not with wealth. A name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but if you tell people you're going to have a state funeral, my goodness.
Oh,
I mean, does it hurt for you to be there? Does it hurt you for you not to come to show your presence for 5 minutes, man? What is that?
But Sebastian, something else. If you go back in time, Sebastian, in this year since he has been prime minister, there are few occasions, events, he has been conveniently out of it,
Well, you can talk about in the budget speech that had happened several times
Even
where he has gone AWOL.
Erica, when he was asked, he said, whether Sebastian, that is just to me. I don't talk about it. It's just
Interestingly, I saw a clip of the Prime Minister Motley responding to a question about how many trips she's made overseas and the amount she's spent, and she said it was around $15 million.
In all the time.
She's traveled like 43 times and so on. So I said, boy, if Mia Motley is $15 million, then ours should be approaching $100 million for the amount of time that he's out and so on,
But what I would like to ask you, Dr. Fountain, you served in Sudan, IMF. In this environment now, where people can sit right at their desks and have meeting, why it is that a prime minister always is out? He's never in the country.
But he doesn't have to be traveling that much. In fact, he's not the foreign minister. And he should be traveling to, like as Mia Motley was saying, she only travels like if she has to go to official meetings. When CARICOM, those meetings that she's attending, and she was very clear upfront about it. But our prime minister is out every week, just about every week.
No, but what is it wrong? Go ahead, Dr. Fonke.
And then you want official, a lot of it official, because we don't get anything back. Nobody knows when he's leaving. Nobody knows when he's coming back. We don't get any report when he comes back. So a lot of that travel is just wasted resources.
Yeah, but
millions of dollars.
But Donald Trump, you hear when he's traveling, you get notice. You hear him, and Donald Trump, it could be a target, and you still have an announcement where he's going when he's leaving. Why it is that here? In fact, I understand the guys on private business. No, that's what
all
I'm
the
hearing.
time. Yeah.
That's private business.
Because it used to be that way before. Governments before the prime minister would announce that they're leaving for Brussels on that mission and so on. That used to be done. But the prime minister has, just tell everybody, forget it. He does not do that.
Yeah, it's disrespectful, man. And well, let me just correct it. An official funeral it was, right? It was not, I said state, but an official funeral. Yeah. But again, I just don't understand it. A man disappears. You don't know where he's going. Oh, man, we have a caller. Hold on, lobby. Caller, good evening.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Yes, no. Well, I always like that song. Future now is out of it.
You think you owing me? How much money? You think you going to watch me lying down in my coffin? You want to do that? And watching my children there, you have to look at them in their eyes. How are you going to feel? And remember, every time we go away, how much 100 US we getting for a day?
Well,
I think it's 300.
300 US.
300, 400 US a day.
Well, I don't even know. They're enjoying themselves.
Every time we travel. So you know how much that is? For the year? It's surpassed Mia Motley. How much Mia Motley spent? 4 million?
15.
Well, it surpassed that by miles because every day we're out of state. When other officials are supposed to go and do the job we're doing, we take it in front and we go in. We flying helter-skelter around the place. The man don't give a damn about the country. All he cares about is me, myself, and I, and what I accomplish. But tato, bye-bye.
Because, if, in fact, somebody just sent in a thing there and said, when was the last time that Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit attended the UN meeting? No, that's a very good question. We'll come back to that. Let's take this caller. Good evening.
Yes, Sibo, good evening. Good evening to Dr. Fountain and Roby. Is Ronald there?
No, he's not there. No.
Okay, Sibo, I did too much you're saying. Whenever the Prime Minister, anybody travels, public servant, they give you what is called a subsistence allowance or something like that. You get $400 a day.
Well, look, somebody just saying that. You said the ministers get 300 US a day, Prime Minister 400 US a day. Somebody just said
400,
right,
for sure.
Right.
Now, if you spend more than that, when you come back, you're supposed to be, how you calling it, reimbursed.
Yes.
After your account, there's a form you fill and your account to whoever it is, and you're supposed to be reimbursed. If you spend less, then the state's supposed to reimburse you. Yeah, but we're not hearing anything when Skerrit goes away. You know, saying, well, I spend $5 and you give me $4, so you have to pay me back $1. But what I wanted to say, the most important thing I wanted to say is that Patrick John, the Eugenia Childs administration, arrested Patrick John for failing to account for less than 100 EC dollars. Now we say that they're supporting Skerrit, eh? The classical figure, as we call it. Good evening, gentlemen.
Yes, Sibo, you're talking about the UN. It's interesting that you mentioned that.
Right.
Because I received some communication from someone within the UN on the last time. And it was a complaint that they had made to the government of Dominica.
Oh, about he not being there?
Because they said that the government should know by now that you should not be sending a ceremonial president to the UN. That's a major breach of protocol. That the heads of state and government is specifically, it is called the UN heads of state and government. So it's the head of government.
Right.
The president of Dominica is not the head of government.
Right.
So she's not supposed to be the one representing Dominica. If the prime minister, for whatever reason, cannot make it, he can designate his deputy. But it really should not be the president. And the UN secretariat, they complained.
Yeah, but he hasn't been there.
They complained about it.
It's a lot of respect.
They said by now the government should be aware of that. They should know that that is a major breach of protocol. I received the correspondence, but I did not do much about it. I figured that they would have received in external affairs. They would have received that complaint. You know
what I'm wondering, Dr. Mountain and Lobby, is it because before Timothy fell sick that he had moved away from the Labour Party? Is it because of that and probably aligned himself closer with the party he formed, the UWP? Because some people seem to think so, because before he fell ill, he had moved away from the thing.
That's correct.
Yes, and a lot of the ministers were not there. A lot of them, because where I was sitting, I could see both things, and they were not there. And I just found that very disrespectful for you to announce an official funeral, and there's a state paying for all the everything there, and one is an official funeral, and you are not there. You announce it and upala, like, to hell with this guy. I don't have to be there. Let me go somewhere else. And that's fine, man. I mean, we have a caller. Good evening.
Yes, good evening to all.
How are you, lady?
I'm good. He realized well, he have a president's funeral and church alone she going. So he wanted to give her a trip. So he give her the trip because it's yes, master. So he give her a trip and that is it. He's okay. Thank you.
Yeah, Lobby, you was going to say something.
Yes, Sebastian, first of all, you're talking about it's state funeral. Once it's state funeral, the state...
No, well, people are correcting me, tell me it's not a state, it's an official funeral. But there's a difference, I would think, Dr. Conte?
Yes, there's a difference between state and official. Yes,
right. Yes. So they say it's an official funeral. Yeah, go ahead, Lobby.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, Sebastian...
Because I think for state funerals and so on, there's a different protocol. You have to lower the flags that will be lower that have masks and those types of things that have to go in addition to the funeral.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, go ahead, Lobby.
One thing is that as human beings, we have to realize, Sebastian, we all must die. We all have to head to the cemetery. And according to my father, that when you get in there, you don't go. People don't talk about what you left behind, land and so on. It's just a name, what you have done, what you have contributed to society. It's very, very important. And we all know what our friend Tim, his contribution was very, very massive to everyone, every living Dominican. But again,
true. 1 minute, Lobby. Let's take this caller. 1 minute to come back to you. Good evening.
Sibo, good evening, Sibo.
How are you, lady?
I'm there and everybody else on the phone, Dr. Fontaine and Lou Black. Sibo?
Yes.
Did you listen to that homily from Father Francis?
Well, I saw him dancing as well. You know, I know you like to dance. I know you like to dance, yeah.
You know I'm a photo.
Yes, I know you like to dance as well.
My nose as a Catholic went higher up. Because you know that sometimes people just say the church doesn't speak out.
Right.
But the church spoke out in the homily. You understand that, boy? Look at homily. You understand that? So I hope
That homily was for all of us. You understand, Sibo?
And he seemed to know the calypso as well. Like, he didn't say
Yes.
about enjoy my life.
Yes.
Yes.
Dr. Fountain, you heard it? You
Yes,
were
I
there?
did. It was quite impressive, by the way.
Oh,
Yes.
anyway, good evening.
All right.
Yes, it was impressive.
Yeah.
I noticed Father Thomas tried that.
But you know, this guy, he must be here long time. The priest, because
Yes,
I
he
mean,
seemed to
he
be
seemed to
very,
know
very well informed.
well informed,
and
yeah.
you know, and he gave the flowers. He gave him his flowers, rightly so.
Mhm, yeah.
After
Yeah, Lobby, go ahead.
Yes, Sebastian, what I'm saying is this. You don't observe with I do not know with the Prime Minister, Sebastian. I'd observe he dresses like other foreign heads of government now. It's a serious, Sebastian. And Sebastian, there's something I must, yes, I'm funeral, Sebastian. And Fountain. Subject to correction, or you might even add what I'm saying quickly. We just celebrated 47 years of independence. When we went to school, you could recall they were always talking about we were 70,000. 47 years, we are less than that, whereas all the other islands have moved off.
Well, we don't know what the population is because Dr. Fountain was a statistician.
Yes.
We never heard
the when we were 80-something thousand. When we did the census in 91, it was 76 or 77,000. So it has gone down a lot. You know, it's gone down a lot.
No, but
go ahead, Lobby.
No, but he's about gone down. You know, we have not look. That is what happened to us, you know. We have to look at it, you know. All right. Yeah, we had independence celebration. People came home. But people had to take a good look at what has happened to us. We are losing our brain. We are losing our best people in this country. So,
by the way, let me ask you, Lobby, before when people were marching Dr. Fountain, you know they used to have buns and juice and so on. Do they still do that for children here? When children are marching, do they still do that? Eh? Lobby, Dr. Fountain.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think they said they do something, but not the same. I don't think it's the same.
Because you know children look forward to that.
Yes. but now they select just a handful.
A handful, like it wasn't like the entire school, yeah. So you select about 20 or 30 from that school. Yeah, but children look forward to eating their soda, drinking their
juicy and rough
juicy. Cake. And in those days, you see, they had this red juicy, the authentic red juicy, not what they have it now. Let's take this color. Good evening.
Well, Sibo and others, they used to take us all the way from different districts, from Salisbury, Kulibistri, about bring us to march in our school uniform. But I myself didn't like the sun, and I don't like too much, but I'm going just for the juicy and the cake. And the bun, just before the sun shine on me, I just fall in. As soon as the cold out.
Oh, you to faint?
Yes, you to faint.
Oh my goodness. So somebody's faking that and fainting so that they can another color. Good evening.
Yes, good evening to you, Sebastian, and good evening.
How are you, my brother? How are you? Yeah.
I'm to Lobby. That's what was before we got independence that it to happen.
Okay.
So that was a British made to the
show. In fact, somebody's saying now in Dominica now, a whole school, 20 children in the entire school. No, that's what somebody's saying. No, but you know that's a fact. Schools like Wharton, Waven, and Loda, then probably it's about they have, in the school about 20 or 30 children. Really, seriously.
Sebastian, no, that's a fact. All right. We have to look at that, what has happened to us. St. Lucia, Vincent, Grenada, all the islands. They have had close to 150, 160, 170, 80,000 people. They have had, the country has grown economically. Their citizens can stay and work. Unlike we in Dominica, we have been losing people. There's nothing in this country. It is sad. Very, very sad. Very sad in Dominica. And we have to understand that.
Yeah, but it's really sad what's happening. But as I say again, Tim Murphy should have been given a lot more respect. I think this is a guy who has served this country well. He has been a minister for 2 governments. He's acting prime minister. He has been a deputy prime minister. He served under the Labour Party for 2 terms. And I feel he should have been given a better send-off from some of the ministers, because a lot of them were just not there. They were not present, including the head. Well, look, somebody's just saying now that Greta Roberts is acting prime minister, and she was presenting keys to house in the stadium, Dr. Funky. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm not aware of that.
Yeah,
I'm
somebody
not aware
just
of that.
saying, yeah, let me get it. Yeah, somebody was saying, yes, handing over of keys for 79 houses at the stadium. They said Greta Roberts is acting PM. So I don't know, but what is going on? I mean, you really, yeah. But I just think it cannot be right for any head of a country anywhere to not leave the country. Don't tell people who are paying you. You disappear. Nobody knows where you're going.
Yeah,
And suppose something happens where you are there. People don't know. People, even your own supporters, will be wondering, but what is that?
No, but I think if it, as long as and it cannot be going on holidays ever so often.
Right.
So it's supposed to be from they get paid, it's supposed to be official. And in that case, it should be reported to the country. It has to be reported.
Well, when you say it's going on holidays, somebody said the PM comes to Dominican vacation. Somebody says he comes to Dominica on vacation. That's what somebody's saying.
That's what it's saying.
No,
That's
I just find that people accept too much crap. I mean, it's like taking people for granted, like you believe you own the country. You cannot get up and leave and go and do what you want. Nobody knows where you are. You go, you bring who you want with you, and then you just come back and, man,
all at the expense
of the country. And you don't hear that with other prime ministers in the region where people are disappearing on a regular basis like that. That doesn't happen. And I don't think people... Yeah, go ahead, Lobby.
We have to understand, Sebastian. Look at the country that you're in, Dominica, Sebastian. The country. Are you aware that the Prime Minister of Trinidad, all right, they passed that they make it law that noise by 10 o'clock, there must be no useless noise in Trinidad. No.
Well, let me tell you, she went further. They have that here, but what she has done, the Brian Lara Stadium, that's where a lot of the promoters have fetes during Carnival. She has banned all fetes at the Brian Lara Stadium. And that has put people on the back foot now. Guys are wondering where they're going to have their fetes for Carnival.
And 10 o'clock, that is by 12 noon to 10 p.m.
12 p.m., 12 in midnight, you mean, not noon. 12 in the night.
But see, here, right now, seriously, in Dominica, right now, this some look at the noise. The country is reckless. It is lawless. You have no respect for the elderly in Dominica. It is just, I mean, there's noise. Look, the school children, they are restless. They are lawless now. They just don't care what's happening.
Yeah, well, you saw a video at Goodwill School. They were using some kind of colorful language. Let's take this caller. 1 minute. Good evening.
Good evening, Sibo.
Yes, good evening.
We almost in the Calypso season. I hope them Calypsonians and them writers listen. You know, Sibo, that is bad lyrics for Calypso.
Which one?
Which Prime Minister when you come in Dominica on vacation. That is bad lyrics for Calypso. The man traveling so much. You say, he come in Dominica on vacation. Like bad lyrics for Calypso, brother.
Well, soon in the elimination show, we'll hear it. Another caller. Let's take this caller. Oh, we have to go to break the sound. Good evening.
Yes, me again, Sebastian.
Yes.
I do not know if I heard right or whether it's some fix some time ago I heard something about in England they're going to have a 10 p.m. cutoff time for everybody, cell phone, everyone. If somebody is on a cell phone, the cell company is supposed to call the police and tell them that person there is on a cell phone.
Well, what I would say to you, that would be infringing on somebody's human rights.
Right.
I don't think you can. I cannot imagine anybody could tell me I'm at my home on my phone. Got stupidness like that. So
that's maybe some AI.
That's impossible. That can't happen. That can't happen. No way.
But you have to be so careful now, when you're looking at so many things.
All sorts of nonsense come out.
A lot of fake things. And sometimes they build around even like real news. They will build a fake story around it. So you have to be very, very careful.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a break. By the way, guys, you know the sentence Sheikh Hasina, the former Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, of Bangladesh, sentenced to death. But she's in India, and as a result, there was supposed to be a ladies' store by India to Bangladesh that have been put on hold.
Yes.
Because Bangladesh wants her extradited to
To-
Bangladesh
to
so that she can face the death sentence.
And she was hanged. Oh, sorry, she was
Sentenced to
to
death.
death by hanging because last year there was an uprising. The young people, and she had the troops open fire on them.
You're right.
And it's for that reason over 100 persons got killed, and it's for the deaths of these individuals that she was sentenced.
Yes, okay. So now that we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to be speaking football.
Or where in Roseau, Kimatabis, you can just walk in and order all your chicken parts, wholesale, and even enjoy retail. It's at AC Shillingford, all chicken parts available that you can afford. Fresh breast, and you know breast is the best. Shillingford wings have muscle. After you eat it, you can fly. As for Shillingford chicken drumsticks, even swinging stars just order drumsticks from Shillingford. And for those of you who love Risapul, AC Shillingford keeps your belly full. Buy your at AC. Further, from wings to thighs to drums to breasts to backs to necks, it's available. It's always available and it's affordable. Plus, you've got pork feet, ham and turkey, bull foot, chicken nuggets, pepperoni, all those right seasonings to make your kitchen keep on ticking. Buy your wholesale chicken at AC Shillingford. When you think of chicken, think of AC Shillingford. Always fresh.
Dominica, it's game time. On or off the field, every goal, corner kick, every penalty, from cricket to football to netball to basketball. Del Magis is Dominica's #1 and only all-star sports, all gear, all uniform, all access sports center. Get all your team and individual all sportswear, accessories, and fitness comfort apparel. Del Magis got it all. From Nike to Lacoste to Puma, Adidas, Psycho Bunny, Levi's, football boots in all sizes, hoses, shin guards, goalkeeper gloves, sneakers for running, jogging, walking, climbing, hiking, or tracking, softball, cricket ball, sports trophies, and all sports gear and wear. Your sports dominance begins at Del Natchez. Oubliez, jouer, sway, sauter, marcher, et driver, track pants, top, shorts, sports bras, in all neutral or delicate fluorescent colored sports fabrics. Only at Del Natchez, proud sponsor the Sports Wrap, interactive sports review, results, analysis, predictions, and sports commentary. Del Natchez, Arcade George 5th Street, lower down from A Station for Shopping Center. The economic factor Dominica revolves at AC Shillingford and Company. For timeless, trusted, dependable, comprehensive insurance coverage, it has to be New India Insurance. Need anything overseas? Shopbox Dominica Isle of Freight is your advance on-time delivery right to your doorstep. For super savings on all your groceries, come to ACS Super Shopping Center for laundry, groceries, cooking, beverages, and event supplies on King Jonathan Street. ACS 7-Eleven on High Street supplying your everyday essentials. Fill up your vehicle gas tanks, get your cooking gas, and top-ups of all kinds. Or go to 7-Eleven Portersville, where the best-kept secret is conveniently located upstairs in the confidential escape or staycation self-contained accommodations at the Porter's Place. ACS Shillingford, where you spend less and get more.
When you want the leg, you do shop at SCA. Better than the rest, go shop at SCA. And the husband wear, shop at SCA. You get more for life, shop at SCA. Shop at SCA, yeah, shop at SCA. Shop at SCA, shop at SCA. Yes, family, customer friendly. With free locations, it's so convenient. And our prices, Madam, that's where you belong. Oh, tell your mama, tell your papa, shop at SCA. Tell your son and your daughter, shop at SCA. Auntie, nan, and cousin, friend, open power, all of them. Grandma, grandpa, couple, neighbor, girlfriend, boyfriend, side. What? Shop at SCA. Shop at SCA. Shop at SCA. Shop at SCA. Check us out at Portersville, High Street, and downtown Rose.
Some laundry detergents may miss the mark when it comes to adding softness to your loads. But fortunately, we've got Pleno fabric softener. Ensueno is the conditioner of laundry care, making your clothes feel butterfly soft. Discover Ensueno fabric softener. Long-lasting, nature-inspired fragrances protect your fabrics. Revitalize your laundry with the refreshing scent of spring fresh Ensueno fabric softener. Fluffy, alive, and vibrant. Love all over Dominica. Local agents, Ace Sheriff Company. Available at all supermarkets, your favorite friendly neighborhood outlet or shop. Use Ensueno. Dominica, it's game time. On or off the field, every goal, corner kick, every penalty. From cricket to football to netball to basketball, Del Natchez is Dominica's #1 and only all-star sports, all gear, all uniform, all access sports center. Get all your team and individual all sportswear, accessories, and fitness comfort apparel. Del Natchez got it all. From Nike to Lacoste to Puma, Adidas, football sizes, hoses, shin guards, goalkeeper gloves, sneakers for running, jogging, walking, climbing, hiking, or tracking, softball, cricket ball, sports trophies, and all sports gear and wear. Your begins at Del Natchez. Oubliez jouer, sway, sauter, marcher, éventuer, track pants, top shorts, sports bras, in all neutral or delicate fluorescent colored sports fabrics. Only at Del Natchez. Proud sponsor the Sports Wrap, interactive sports review, results, analysis, predictions, and sports commentary. Del Natchez, Arcade George Fifth Street, lower down from Ace Shillingford Shopping Center.
Looking for a quiet, relaxing place to stay? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Leaving the office late and need somewhere close to town? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Have business clients coming in and need accommodation? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Looking for group accommodation? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Located at 37 Goodwill Road in Portersville, upstairs ACS Supermarket. Enjoy our semi-self-contained rooms with private washroom, bathroom, Wi-Fi, air condition, cable network, mini refrigerator, all in a non-smoking environment. Call or WhatsApp at 1767-275-1899 or email us at info@portersplaceguesthouse.com to make your reservations. Porter's Place, your home away from home. Fit for a king, a queen, and all their royal subjects.
Yes, we're back. And before we speak to the national coach, we just want to big up ACS. As you know, they have been our sponsors for a number of years. In fact, this program is going on for 11 years now. And ACS has always been there. The owner of ACS has left us, no longer with us, but the company continues to support Sports Wrap. And also Del Natchez, we can't forget Del Natchez, the best sports store in Dominica. You get your best in sneakers and T-shirts. You can't miss it. It's easy to find between ACS and Jolly. So when you're looking for your best in football stuff, in T-shirts, in the best shoes and everything, go to Del Natchez. Right. We're going to be speaking to football guys, and we have with us on the line the coach of the national team, Mr. Sabin. Anton Sabin. Good night, sir.
Good night, how are you?
Oh, good. And Dr. Fountain is there, and Emmanuel Loblack is there.
Yeah, good night, everyone.
Right. Now, Mr. Sabin, as you and I spoke privately, I said to you, there is no way that St. Martin, whether Dutch or French, should be beating Dominica. You remember we had that discussion, right?
Yeah, we had that discussion.
Right. And I'm sure most people, including you, are very disappointed that we went to St. Kitts and lost both matches up there. Mr.
Yeah,
Sabin.
I mean, even myself, the rest of the staff and the players, we are all disappointed, but there's a Catholic prayer that says, for my fault, my grievous fault. I think that was definitely for our fault. I mean, we created a number of chances, we possessed the ball nicely. We dominated the game, but for whatever reason, we couldn't score goals.
Okay, most of us around here, I didn't see the games at all. No, whereas normally when you are playing the World Cup, we would see it. Tell people what about the two matches. We didn't see it, so people in Dominica would want to know what happened.
Well, like I said, we as a team dominated the game. The Dominican team dominated the game in all areas. We created as much chances. We possessed the ball. We moved the ball nicely. The opponents basically got a few chances, a handful of chances, and they managed to outscore us. That's really and truly a tale of how the game went. I mean, if you recently saw the Trinidad versus Jamaica game, almost the same thing happened.
You mean the Curacao where Jamaica missed a lot of chances, right? The Curacao
Well,
Jamaica,
yeah.
Mhm.
The Curacao Jamaica game.
Yeah, but it's disappointing. And how do you correct that, Coach Sabin? Because I mean, here we expect to beat a team, both parties, and we can't beat them. So how do we correct these things?
Well, goals in matches. I mean, if we cannot score goals, then we don't expect to win matches. And the captain in his interview, I'm sure you saw it on the DFA page.
Yeah.
He alluded to the fact that the players themselves have to start to take ownership and have to start to take blame because they cannot constantly hide behind coach and coaching staff, because those errors were not something of coach and coaching staff. They were persons who watch the game. Those Dominicans who look at the game live, and they tell me outside of me actually putting my boots on and score the goals, it's not much a coach could have done, because you could clearly see the team played football, they dominated the game, just couldn't convert the chances.
But tell me, is it that the guys are not really, committed? They haven't got the commitment really, or what is that, or what? I don't know. Tell us.
I wouldn't say it's commitment. I think I would go back to my good friend, my good friend Emmanuel Lovelock.
Well, he's right there.
Is the nature of the league. I mean, if guys, we look at the matches sometimes, and guys throw easy chances, and I guess he just trickled on into the World Cup qualifiers.
Well, Lobby, he just mentioned your name, so I'm sure you have a question for him, eh?
Yes, Sebastian. Yes, I have that question because I have a nephew of mine who played for Dominica.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Last weekend?
Yeah, actually, yeah. His name is Jurel Minard. That's my sister's son.
Okay.
Then he's in California doing his masters now. Very bright, not just bright academically, but very knowledgeable player. Very, very knowledgeable. And I asked him about the game itself. He said one of the things that they look at in terms of the first. Well, Sebastian, you spoke about the both Saint Martin. The French team, the French Saint Martin, always stronger than the Dutch. They tend to get players from Guadeloupe and France. That's what the French usually do. So I expected us to have a tough game against the French side, but I expected us, normally beat the Dutch side. That's a team, we normally, all right. But I was shocked when I saw the results. And I saw 3-2. But we got the first game itself. People looking at, coach, you made some subs. You made a huge number of subs there. And towards the end, you had problems. You had players were cramping up you could not have subbed. So that created some problem. And the second game, you were not, you resisted in terms of subbing. What really happened there?
In the first game, well, you said the first game was supposed to be a harder game for me and for the players. The first game was an easier game because in the first game we created a lot more chances than in the second game. I guess for the fact that the Dutch Saint Martin team actually saw us play the first game, so we can study and so on, make the game a bit harder. In the first game we had some 8 chances, four 1-on-1 chances on either side of the arc that we did not convert. Yes, I made some changes because, while it's a competitive match, but it's also a friendly game. And really and truly as a coach, not every time you go out with a team and you have 22 guys and you overlook some and some like the other vacations. Really and truly it was an opportunity because really and truly the tournament is a friendly series. So it's an opportunity to go and give guys exposure, let guys get some minutes under the belt. So really and truly made 5 changes in the first half. Unfortunately, like you said, we had some injuries late in the game, in the last 10 minutes of the game, and that kind of, caused a bit of a problem for us. But that is not something, to even really dwell on, because at that time, had we scored the chances that we created, we would have easily set love up. So that wouldn't have been neither here or there. And even when we got the injuries and guys went down, no goals were scored in that moment. So
question again that I'm looking at the game itself. The overseas players, you always, I always look at that. The overseas, you had two brothers, Sebastian. That is Rocco. That is the
Rafael Francis, his children.
Yeah, no, his grandsons who played for they're in Texas.
Right.
One played for under 15 already.
Mm-hmm.
How were you satisfied with some of the overseas players?
Well, I was pretty much satisfied. I mean, you thought I see me two brothers talking about the Bonnie brothers. One of them played I think somewhere about 70 or 80 minutes in the first game, and then he got an unfortunate hamstring injury because of the constant back and forth he was doing. I guess the game was a lot faster than expected. The other one played in the first game, played about some 10-15 minutes in the first game, and then played the almost all of the second game. Well, I think you say your nephew or something, Jurel May, that also suffered an Achilles injury in the first game.
Wow, an Achilles. So that will be on football for a while?
Because really and truly, Mr. Sebastian, officials even here, sometimes I lament about that, even here, officials were in charge of the game. The game really started physical with guys pushing guys in their back and jamming guys in their back and elbowing them in their back. Wow. And the game really was physical, and the referee never really took control of the game. Okay. So much so to a point that I imagine that is some real nice language on the side. Because I checked in them, this cannot be going on. You as a referee getting paid to protect the players, and you cannot be all these things to go on. I even had a discussion with the former official asking this is a development thing for officials, because I find the officials I see in there is like this first time they stepping on the field. Mm-hmm. Like they don't know what to call. Even the penalties the officials giving suspect. We lost 2 games for penalties and it's suspect penalties.
Oh, you mean both games they were penalties against us?
Yeah, at the time they give the penalties, the scores were tied, you know.
Okay.
In both games.
Oh.
And all the officials doing is laughing, and this is not a funny thing. Yeah, but to answer your question, Mr. Loblack, yes, I was impressed with the foreign-based players, even if some of them got injured. And we don't really send for foreign-based players that we don't need. It's always our intention to make use of the foreign-based players that we send, because it's an extra expense on the association to send for them.
Well, let me ask you though, Dr. Olobi, you just said you're impressed with the foreign-based players. We just saw Curacao the smallest nation to qualify for the World Cup, and nobody was born in Curacao.
True.
Do you think now that is the time where Dominica need to get more people from overseas to play for them? The guys we have locally mightn't take us far in terms of our football. Don't you think it's
it depends on what you achieve. I mean, Curacao wanted to achieve World Cup qualification, and they drench the team with a lot of foreign players. And if the nation gives you a mandate to qualify for major tournaments like World Cup qualifiers and Gold Cup, and you cannot source the personnel locally, it is why it would be wise to get them externally.
But you know, Mr. Sabin, when you qualify for the World Cup, you know what you will get in return. You know the returns for that. So that's what I'm saying, that the more, if you can try, because every footballer, like a cricketer playing locally, aspire to play for the West Indies. Your aim as a footballer in Dominica would try to get to the World Cup. And Dominica, the association, that would be the... If we can get people who are good enough outside there to come and play, it might... Because if you look at the Jamaica team, most of the players play outside of Jamaica Premier League, you know.
True.
Yeah.
So it's something we have to look at, because maybe the locally based players mightn't carry us very far. And it can't be that we just keep losing, we're not going anywhere. And when you keep losing, we'll get frustrated. I mean, I played sport for probably 18, 19 years before Dominica will come in. And if you keep losing, people will lose interest. That's what will happen. And not only that, nobody come to watch you. Nobody come.
Sebastian, coach.
Yeah.
Sebastian, yes. And the question on over players. First of all, that Yeah, we have to understand that, Sebastian. That I'll give you an example. Santo Domingo, all right, Dominican Republic. Sorry, Dominican Republic. Their football now has gone up. All right, before what they have done to include overseas, they went shopping around and they got some good quality players that help their football so they can compete at a high level. It's not just playing, to compete with the CONCACAF. It is bigger teams. We need quality. We just can't say where we at. We have to move on. And he has on, and whoever they have to under. If I was the coach of Dominican team, I was there, definitely I'd be looking for quality overseas players. All the islands, all of them have overseas players. I need to understand. And CONCACAF is getting very, very competitive. I'm telling you about that. Very, very competitive. And for us to move at that level, to move up there to compete with those teams like, Jamaica, Trinidad, Panama, Curacao, Suriname. We have to move on. We have to, we have to do that.
Mr. Sabin, you.
Yeah, I quite agree with what Mr. Lubak is saying. And like I said, if you're given a mandate to qualify for a major tournament, then yes, you cannot stop the talent locally. It would only be wise that you do it internationally. And if you don't want to do that, then I guess it's to your own demise.
But let me ask you.
We also need to understand too that a lot of these countries, when Dominica and the small islands go up against them, really and truly, is a team playing against a system. So, for example, it's just like, let's say you take a Dominica national cricket team and go and play West Indies now, it's a team playing against a system. And we too have to start to invest in our players locally because just like you just alluded to the fact that if you are a coach and you constantly losing, then nobody will come and see you, and nobody will come and you don't want to play. Then if you just imagine you're a player and every time like you played in Dominica Premier League, and then you cannot make your national team, you will not look up to. So we too have to invest in the local players, local coaches, local administrators, and bring them up and get them to understand that, hey, this is not a passive thing where, before you just come and play a game and you lose and all fine and well. No, right now, sports is a business, not only football. Any sport you play is a business. And investments have to be made into the sport so that your local, regional, international players can perform at international level and perform against almost any opponent.
Yeah, but
so investment has to be made into programs from grassroots level up to senior level.
But Sebastian.
Yeah, go ahead, Lobby.
I believe a call. I don't seriously, because sometimes, it falls on deaf ears in Dominica. Because if I was involved in the football, Sebastian, it doesn't matter about, look at Jamaica, for example. Look at the league. The league right now, it's one of the big leagues. It's on television. All right? Yeah. They have a number, the clubs have improved. Yes, they have incentives, but yet still, you're looking at inclusion of overseas players. What we have to do right now, looking at the next World Cup right now, looking and see where we have Dominicans playing. For example, you have in England, you have a commission. What involvement you have? What in terms of sending the message out? Because I know there are Dominicans. I know Dominicans playing first division football in England. A lot of guys playing football in England. Now in the US, for example, right now, we are seeing right now, soccer has really taken a huge step, all right? And you have a number of young players coming up, all right? So we have to start sending the message out, see what we can do, and looking. It has to be sent out. You have email, you have, for example, you have internet, you have all these things. Sending. Yes, Dominica, right now, we're looking at what is needed, all right? That's what is needed. That's what we have to do. Looking at the next World Cup.
You have Mr. Sabin, you heard Lobby?
Yeah, I agree with you. Like I said, it's a holistic approach, regionally and internationally, to see what you can get and what you can develop. Because this is a business. FIFA is investing money into this sport, and we have to start to reap benefits from the investment. If you have a business and you keep pumping money in and you're not reaping benefits from it, then what will happen? Eventually, business will flop. So we have to start to invest. Do investment, like you said, tell the word, hey, we're looking for players, with Dominican passport. Because why be right that there are a lot of players playing outside, playing in different countries, but sometimes their parents don't even have a Dominican passport, and it's a lengthy process. Sometimes their grandparents are Dominican, and based on our laws, they're not even eligible to play. So we have to sit down and do our homework, with the association and the coaches and so on, and find players that can get us there. Because right now we're seeing the fact that small countries qualifying for the World Cup, so it's not impossible. It's not impossible. It's no longer.
But let me ask you, Mr. Sabin. Okay, the next two matches are in March next year, so you have to go back to St. Kitts. Who you all played that time?
St. Kitts and Bailey's.
So what happens now then in terms of training and everything? Maybe probably the people are not together for too long. What is going to happen between now and March?
Well, that's really and truly beyond me. As you know, I've been in an interim position up till the end of November, so November month, and beyond that, it's not up to me. It's up to the association. It's still on for coach whether he's to retain the current one or get a new one. So that's until I am given word telling me otherwise, then I really don't know what's going to happen.
So you mean your contract expires on November 30th?
Yes, my contract is done.
And they haven't said anything to you about what's going to happen?
No, not yet. Not at this current moment.
Well, the associate, because I understand now they're looking for a general secretary as well, and they're hoping to find, yeah, because I think they have not renewed the contract of the general secretary, so they're looking for that. So the associate, in fact, hopefully next week we should have the president in studio with us for an entire hour, because we need to know what's happening in Dominica football, because a lot of things are happening and we're not seeing anything happening in Dominica football. We're not seeing progress, and something has to be done, Mr. Sabin. We're not seeing any progress, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, well, Coach Sabin, thank you very much. It was nice.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, well, we'll talk again. Yeah.
All right, no problem.
All right. We see some people trying to get us, Dr.
Yes,
Fontaine.
but we could not take them at the
Yeah, I
same
know, because
time,
we let's take the callers. Good evening. Yes.
There's an athlete from Babylon, a class. He took the event in 1974 in Canada. The Olympic in Canada. I think he participated in it. A top African Babylon.
From Obadeli Thompson, is that the name? No?
Yeah?
Is that Obadeli Thompson? No? From Barbados, you say?
Yeah, he's a Clark.
Clark. Well, I don't know. Lobby probably can help us with that one.
About?
He's just talking about an athlete from Barbados who lives in Canada. Is that what?
He took part in the Olympic in Canada in 74.
You would remember that any name there?
I can
1974, Beijing Olympics in 74.
What event?
No? What event he took part in?
200 meters.
200 meters, he said, Beijing. 1974.
One of the top athletes in Barbados. A top athlete.
1974. Wow. Well, we'll research that. Thanks. We'll research that. Thank you. Okay. We have another caller. Let's take the caller. Yes, good evening.
Yes, it was me again. But the Haitians didn't even have place to practice in Haiti.
Well, barbecue wouldn't allow them, probably, I guess.
And the Haitians qualified for the World Cup.
Yes.
Yes, right. And they didn't even have place to practice. Look, they make it big time. We're really behind time.
You're right. We have another caller. Hello. It's called. Yes. Yeah, good evening.
Hello, Sibo.
Yes, my dear.
I wanted to ask the gentleman a question, but he left so we can answer. I am not a footballer. I just listen and I'm asking questions.
Right.
What I am saying, you're not talking about players to bring. But what I want to say, Sibo, when our footballers go out to play wherever they go, and they lose or they win or whatever, when they come back, is there what them done?
Well, good question. Good question.
We need to put this in place, put that in place. You understand?
Good question.
Because as you all are talking about the overseas players, so they're not seeing that long ago we need overseas players.
Well,
so I'm asking if they do a post-mortem.
Well, you're right. I'm sure he's hearing you. So that's a good question. I'm sure he's hearing you. Another caller.
Can I say something?
1 minute, Lobby. Good evening. Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, I feel the pain of Mr. Sabin, but I think Dominica football is going through a lot of situations.
Yeah.
They have to stop that friendship club business. And the other thing is they have to really put programs in place. I mean, what you have on Dominica is you have a league and they come, they take a sweat and so on. And, you know, and then after they get... And the other thing is that and the diet, that has a lot to do with it. And I believe when a team, a cadre of 22 or 30 men are selected for training, I believe the Football Association should write to the authorities so that the authorities can get into the business of getting in touch with their respective workplaces to give them time off.
Okay.
And another thing that, you know, they keep saying that they have to give the local guys the edge over getting foreign players, but all the other teams around the world, Anguilla, you know, St. Lucia, and so on, they're getting guys from overseas and let the young fellows in Dominica learn the football. That is one of the ways you're going to make it competitive. You cannot say, well, you want to give your local guys. Yes, you want to give your local guys the opportunity. But you can get some top professional guys. I mean, look at Curacao. We saw that Curacao, the smallest nation, getting into the World Cup, and Dominica football have dropped. I'm not trying to bash them, you know, they're my friends. But football has dropped miserably over the last 10 years.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, that's true. That's true. That's why I said to him, we're not seeing anything happening. There's no like,
that's right.
nothing happening in Dominica
something has
football.
to be done. We're not saying that a foreign coach will just transform it, but you need that kind of professional touch to get things going. Otherwise, we're just going to go downhill and downhill. You know, that's my observation.
Thank you, caller. Yeah, Yellow, you're going to quickly.
Yes,
you're going to say before. Go ahead.
See, just before the caller called and talked about Clark. It's actually Roll Clark.
Oh, Roll Clark.
He participated in 1976
Olympics. Okay.
But he died.
Recently, they had a big funeral for him in Barbados. Yeah,
he died on the 19th.
Yeah, they had a funeral for him in Barbados.
So that's the guy.
Robbie, yeah, you were saying?
Yes, Sebastian, the first thing, just to answer Elizabeth, there's normally you have to submit a report. You must submit a report to the FA after on duty, like overseas, wherever you are, local, original, you have to submit a report. Sometimes there might be, you know, an in-house discussion with the team, but most times they're expecting the manager, the coach, to have reports. All right, and there's a time frame for that where you have to submit your report. Okay, now looking at Haiti in particular, Sebastian. The Haitians have always been, look, it wasn't for bad governments. All right, Haiti have always been a powerful team in soccer. You find out a lot of their players play top teams, top leagues in France.
But you remember in 76 when they qualified, they robbed Trinidad. You remember that? Trinidad had beaten them about 5 goals when they sell out. Clear goal when they qualified, 76.
Yeah, for Trinidad. Yeah, and Trinidad have been there. But you see, Sebastian, and that's what they have. They're well-built guys and them. So you find that, I respect that is just a discussion that should never be taking place about. Of all looks, you said about Curacao, Sebastian. They have their league is very big, but yet still they look at the overseas players. All right, but
most of the players come from the Netherlands. Most of the Curacao players. By the way, did you all see the game on Tuesday night? Did you all see the game? Curacao, Jamaica.
I saw the second half.
Jamaica hit the post 3 times, you know, man. 3 times. And now you see the difference between how people in white people will say, black people. We have a history in the Caribbean when they politics don't resign. The coach resigned the same night, you know.
Same night,
because obviously he couldn't get the team to qualify, so he felt the best thing, I must resign. Let somebody, because it's not lost for Jamaica, by the way.
I know.
In March next year, they have the intercontinental playoffs where they can still qualify for the World Cup.
Yes.
I think Bolivia will be in that. Iraq will be in that. Which other one? About 5 or 6 teams. Yeah. So they still have a chance. But it will be tougher. Well, where they messed up in the match against Trinidad, they were leading up to the 86th minute. And they conceded a goal. If they had won that game, they would have qualified.
And I guess they never thought they would be beaten by Curacao.
Exactly.
I thought they would have gone in thinking that they would have
beaten Curacao. And there was a packed crowd at the game.
Yes.
Yeah. But again, I still didn't like the system they were playing. Too many long balls. Too many long balls in that game. Maybe that's how Steve McLaren, who's a former coaching the BPL.
Yes,
in
yes.
England as
In
well.
England,
He
yeah,
was
he
Manchester
said
United
the coach.
assistant coach.
That's
He
correct.
left that to go to Jamaica. So I guess Jamaica have to find a coach now. They still have 4 months.
But
They still have a chance to get to the World Cup. Still have a chance.
But see, I don't look at it different. I do not know. And when I look at Jamaica playing that game against Trinidad, I find that they're very flat, very, very flat. You find that Trinidad were up tempo. I don't know if it's the effect of because don't forget, they just had this hurricane. And so the players, where they live, they were deeply affected. That could have had some problems, because they were very flat. Jamaica is a very aggressive team, and they press a lot. And I find they were very, very, very flat. So I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, so let's take a break now. When we come back, we're going to be talking volleyball.
Right.
Where in Roseau, Kimashadis, you can just walk in and order all your chicken parts, wholesale, and even enjoy retail. It's at AC Shillingford. All chicken parts available that you can afford. Fresh breast. And you know breast is the best. Shillingford wings have muscle. After you eat it, you can fly. As for Shillingford chicken drumsticks, even swinging stars just order drumsticks from Shillingford. And for those of you who love Risapul, AC Shillingford keeps your belly full. Buy your chicken wholesale at AC Shillingford. From wings to thighs to drums to breasts to backs to necks. It's available. It's always available and it's affordable. Plus, you've got pork feet, ham and turkey, bull foot, chicken nuggets, pepperoni, all those right seasonings to make your kitchen keep on ticking. Buy your wholesale chicken at AC Shillingford. When you think of chicken, think of AC Shillingford. Always fresh.
Dominica, it's game time. On or off the field, every goal, corner kick, every penalty. From cricket to football to netball to basketball, Del Magis is Dominica's #1 and only all-star sports, all gear, all uniform, all access sports center. Get all your team and individual all sportswear, accessories, and fitness comfort apparel. Del Magis got it all. From Nike to Lacoste to Puma, Adidas, Psycho Bunny, Levi's, football boots in all sizes, hoses, shin guards, goalkeeper gloves, sneakers for running, jogging, walking, climbing, hiking, or tracking, softball, cricket ball, sports trophies, and all sports gear and wear. Your sports dominance begins at Del Natchez. Oubliez jouer, sway, sauter, marcher, éventuer, track pants, top shorts, sports bras. In all neutral or delicate fluorescent colored sports fabrics. Only at Del Natchez. Proud sponsor the Sports Wrap, interactive sports review, results, analysis, predictions, and sports commentary. Del Natchez on King George 5th Street, lower down from AC Shillingford Shopping Center. The economic climate Dominica revolves at AC Shillingford and Company. For timeless, trusted, dependable, comprehensive insurance coverage, it has to be New India Insurance. Need anything overseas? Shopbox Dominica is your advance on-time delivery right to your doorstep. For super savings on all your groceries, come to ACS Super Shopping Center for laundry, groceries, cooking, beverages, and event supplies on King George 5th Street. ACS 7-Eleven on High Street, supplying your everyday essentials. Fill up gas tanks, get your cooking gas, and top-ups of all kinds. Or go to 7-Eleven Portersville, where the best-kept secret is conveniently located upstairs in the confidential escape or staycation self-contained accommodations at the Porter's Place. AC Shillingford, where you spend less and get more.
Some laundry detergents may miss the mark when it comes to adding softness to your loads. But fortunately, in Dominica, we've got Ensueno fabric softener. Ensueno is the conditioner of laundry care, making your clothes feel butterfly soft. Discover Ensueno fabric softener. Long-lasting, nature-inspired fragrances protect your fabrics. Revitalize your laundry with a refreshing scent of spring fresh Ensueno fabric softener. Makes your clothes fluffy, alive, and vibrant. Love all over Dominica. Local agents, AC Shillingford Company. Available at all supermarkets, your favorite friendly neighborhood outlet or shop. Use Ensueno.
Dominica, it's game time. On or off the field, every goal, corner kick, every penalty. From cricket to football to netball to basketball, Del Magis is Dominica's #1 and only all-star sports all gear, all uniform, all access sports center. Get all your team and individual all sportswear, accessories, and fitness comfort apparel. Del Magis got it all. From Nike to Lacoste to Puma, Adidas, Psycho Bunny, Levi's, football boots in all sizes, hoses, shin guards, goalkeeper gloves, sneakers for running, jogging, walking, climbing, hiking, or tracking, softball, cricket ball, sports trophies, and all sports gear and wear. Your sports dominance begins at Del Natchez. Oubliez jouer, sway, sauter, marcher, éventuer, track pants, top shorts, sports bras, in all neutral or delicate fluorescent colored sports fabrics. Only at Del Natchez, proud sponsor the Sports Wrap, interactive sports review, results, analysis, predictions, and sports commentary. Del Natchez, Arcade George Bibb Street, Lower Down from A Station for Shopping Center.
Looking for a quiet, relaxing place to stay? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Leaving the office late and need somewhere close to town? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Have business clients coming in and need accommodation? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Looking for group accommodation? Call Porter's Place Guest House. Located at 37 Goodwill Road in Portersville, upstairs ACS Supermarket. Enjoy our semi-self-contained rooms with private washroom, bathroom, Wi-Fi, air condition, cable network, mini refrigerator, all in a non-smoking environment. Call or WhatsApp at 1767-275-1899 or email us at info@portersplaceguesthouse.com to make your reservations. Porter's Place, your home away from home. Fit for a king, a queen, and all their royal subjects.
Yes, and as the ad says, we're back, and as the ad says, Del Natchez has it all. And people who are looking for their sneakers and T-shirts, place your order quickly because stock will be running out. They have a new coming very soon. So people looking for their sneakers and their T-shirts, go to Del Natchez. Right. We're going to be talking volleyball. We have with us Sydney Volleyball, who's online, and the coach of the team, Mr. Aitomo James. Aitomo, good night.
Good night to you.
Aitomo, do you still bowl off breaks?
Yeah, man, I try like a thing every now.
Aitomo's a very good off spinner, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, very good off spin bowler. I mean, I can vouch for that. I know, I can tell you. Very good off spinner in cricket. So you still play a little thing?
Yeah. Well,
hard ball or soft ball?
Win ball. The team ball cricket when they play it in Mara. We have a team ball league.
Up there?
Yeah, when I get a chance.
So you play that? Yeah.
Oh, but you should be playing hardball cricket. Man.
Yeah, young man.
Young
Yeah.
man.
Young
I'm playing
man.
hardball cricket.
So you're a young man.
It's been a while.
Well, he probably moved to another into coaching of volleyball. First of all, on behalf of Sports Wrap, we want to congratulate you. In the long term, a Dominica team hasn't won a competition outside. So they won the volleyball competition in Antigua. Is the ECVA was the acronym for what?
Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Association.
So that was
congratulations.
Absolutely. By the way, when you came in, was there any function for you guys?
Yeah, well, we had a nice little. They gave us a nice little.
So who they gave it to you?
The sports division and the volleyball association.
So at the airport, they had something for
so
you.
we got a nice little treatment, the VIP, get everything. The plan is to do something that we can. It's really short notice. You went on Sunday, you reach back in on Monday.
Yeah.
So it's not much time to plan anything. So the
Right.
association
Are you a member of the association?
Yeah.
Right. Sydney, are you there?
Yes, I am.
So you are the PR of the association. Were you at the airport to meet the guys?
Unfortunately, no, I was not. I wasn't able to go.
But that's good. I mean, we want to congratulate you.
Absolutely. It's not often we get a chance to congratulate a Dominic Italian like this. So, yeah, absolutely. That's great.
Yeah, but I don't tell us, I mean, what helped Dominica to win that competition? I mean, tell us. You were there, you were the coach, you saw how they played. Tell us. You won every game, by the way, right?
Yes, we did.
Right.
I mean, I was here the last time when I told you that our guys are going to do well.
Yes,
right.
I
I did say that.
Yes,
One
that's
of the
right.
things that we had going for us is that half of our team, that is the under 23 team, is a part of our senior national team. So they
Right.
have had the experience, they have been doing well in the senior tournament, and we got second place. We came back the other time, we got third. So it's not that the team hasn't been together, they haven't been performing. It's just the competitions that they went to before, guys who were a little bit more experienced than them, they had to try to overcome certain things. But this time, they were the team who had to overcome because they had the experience and we had the skill. We had everything we needed to win this tournament.
But you were confident. Did the players themselves believe they could have?
Yeah, I think they probably were a little bit more confident than I was.
Okay.
Because, leading up to the tournament, we really didn't get to put that type of preparation that I would want to. But the guys were adamant, they were ready, and they knew that they could do it. So they went there and they prove it to me, because I was like, we still need to work a little bit on our chemistry. I would like that we could have got 1 or 2 more practice matches, so that we could have a better understanding of what the team can do or where our weaknesses were. But we didn't really get that chance.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was the independent season. So there's a lot of things going on, different venues being occupied. But the guys were adamant. They were actually places to go to do their own training. So a lot of them used to go to St. Joseph, just with the club there. The guys in Marigot would come to their club training just to make sure that they stay informed.
Mm.
Tournament came around, even if we didn't get a time to practice so much more than I did.
But how long did you have the group together?
In total,
the national team,
for the training.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for this training for the under 23 team, we pretty much just had about a month.
Mm-hmm.
But prior to that, we were training, like I said, for the senior national team, and it's really the same group of players.
Mm-hmm.
So that had about 2 months before. So most of them got at least about 3 months of training, not consecutively, but we had a break between the 1 month and the 2 months that we had before. But the guys were in training, they were doing what they were doing. I had a rough idea as to what my team would have looked like, because it's the same guys. We had them last year, we had them the year before. So we have an idea what the team should look like, and we know that this is a team that's going to be together for a while, and we expect the results to be coming in for a while, because I can see us being a dominant team for the future.
Mm-hmm. And how many countries took part in that?
6.
6 countries.
So which are the countries that you played against?
So we played everybody.
Okay.
So we had to play Anguilla. In the round robin, we played Anguilla, Antigua, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Grenada, and who else was there?
St. Kitts?
No, not St. Kitts.
St. Kitts didn't take part?
No, St. Kitts didn't have a team.
St. Lucia was there, obviously.
Yeah, St. Lucia. So St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Grenada, Dominica, Anguilla, Antigua. Yeah, those were the 6.
6, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But the quality of volleyball you saw, were you impressed with throughout the tournament? Apart from the Dominica team, what you saw from the rest of the team, was it a tournament of high quality?
Yeah, one of the most impressive things though about the tournament is you could see that a lot of the teams were really young. So you had teams that their average age was 18 for most of them. So it was relatively young guys playing at a high enough level. I mean, when you look at the Antigua team, I was very shocked to see that they have so many guys in that age group that played that level of volleyball. Because usually in Dominica, volleyball is a sport you learn to play very late.
Right.
So when you have a team that has 16 and 17-year-olds performing at that level, usually in Dominica, that's probably the age guys get introduced to the sport. So it's one of the things that I hope that we can improve on. If we can improve on those things, I mean, it will make our volleyball even better, because a lot of the times when we get athletes into volleyball, it's like their second sport. Something they try, you find a basketballer that, cool, volleyball, play, let me try to see what it is. Or a netballer that feel like, okay, do netball is playing now, so I want to continue playing sports, so let me try volleyball, because it's available. Hopefully we can,
you want to change that, eh?
Yeah, because we have been showing that one of the few teams that has been going out and representing Dominica and coming back with good results is the volleyball team.
True.
So we hope that can attract more players and more people to the sport.
We have a call on the line. Good evening.
Well, I would like to congratulate the young man. A question I'd like to ask, where do they practice volleyball? Because before they should do it in the grammar school here, that now, as the place has been demolished, where do they practice?
Oh, well, there are quite a few places that we play volleyball for the national
All right,
team.
then I just
For
want
the
to find
national
out.
team, we practice at the
All right,
Massac indoor facility. Sometimes we use the stadium forecourts when it is available.
Okay. Sydney, you're the PRO of the Volleyball Association. I'm sure you can speak from the executive and about the performance of the guys in Antigua.
Yeah, I mean, we are very proud of the fact that they were able to take gold. As an active player myself, I might be a little bit jealous. I want to complete my set and win a gold medal too. But it's just a feeling of happiness, and we hope that they continue and build and extend that into the senior national team.
Was there an overseas coach in Dominica recently?
Yes, he was here last year for about 6 months. Man
Alright.
from Canada, Brian Gavlas. So,
Right.
he helped a lot in terms of the development of the players and also the coaches.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Lobby.
Yes, let me just congratulate the volleyballers, for a job well done. Sebastian and Dr. Fontaine, are you well aware that we have always been a force to reckon with in volleyball over the years? Always. So I wasn't surprised at all. We are very talented people when it comes for sports. Very, very talented. And one of the things, even before that used to elude Dominica was always a venue to the players where to practice. All right, we have been doing very, very well. He said something which I was very happy in terms of the competition of the team. The players came from the senior team. So I said that itself, I knew that from time you have that itself, it makes life. Once you have that, the core of your team, that under 23 team comes from the senior team, it makes your training easier for you. Right, coach?
Yes, it does. It does.
Yeah, I have other coaches. It does. So the players have been playing and they have been playing volleyball. The question I want to ask you there, you all played in Antigua, right?
Yes, we did.
Is the indoor facility bigger than Massac?
I think in terms of the size, it isn't, because it is built specifically for volleyball.
Yeah,
So
but
the indoor stadium is small. So the volleyball court is smaller than the basketball court, so it doesn't pick up as much space.
Also, they have just for volleyball.
They have the indoor is just for the volleyball. Yeah.
Okay. Mm.
But the sitting
That's
capacity.
interesting.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Lobby. What you said?
The sitting capacity in the place.
Yeah, it has very good seating capacity because of the design. So it is a bit raised. It's not like in Massac where most of the seating is like at the ground level.
Okay.
So they raise, so they have good seating capacity.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, that's good.
That's great.
Well, they take the volleyball seriously. If you
Yes,
build a thing just for volleyball, that's good. That's
If we
good.
look at volleyball, sports on the whole in Antigua is like what in Dominica. It is sad that I can say right now, where we were years ago, where we are right now, in terms of facility. We have always been a talented, country. I could look, for example, as the caller said a while ago, grammar school. Grammar school. You went to grammar school. You had your own technical wing. Then you had the hard court in grammar school where you had volleyball, netball, basketball, let's name it. They put a structure. So what the hell go kids expect kids?
Yes.
Lobby,
We
that gets you
understand.
upset. I understand. We understand how you feel. We have a call on the line. One minute. Let's take-
Yeah, I wanted to ask the coach.
Well, ask him. Go ahead.
in terms of okay,
When you come back,
question, let's
Yeah.
take this
Good
call.
evening, caller.
Timo,
Yes.
I want to congratulate Mr. Jin, but I want to ask him, where are they based? Where are you based?
We are based. Well, the national team trains at the Massac indoor court.
In where?
At Massac. That is the most central location.
Massac.
Yeah.
Then you have players from where
Yeah,
all the
we have-
villages or
we have-
some where you have.
We have players all over the country. We have Portsmouth.
Okay, and one more question I want to ask. So you're now and then playing some country areas, and so on?
Yeah, well, I'm from Marigot, and that's where I play.
I know you're from Marigot. I hear in
this
this one I'm from West Place.
Yeah,
You
that's
play.
that's where I have my club. I have my
Okay.
own club that is based there. There's a club in St. Joseph. There's in Tong. There are different places. There's in Portsmouth. So there are different clubs. Different people play different places. But when we try to get everybody to train, there is an indoor facility at Massac that we have the access to, and it really makes a big difference in our preparation because the conditions that you're going to play on it can simulate that condition better for us because we play indoors is a bit different than playing indoors. So being able to train in conditions close enough to what we're going to play is a bit better for the team. So we try to use that facility more than the other facilities.
Okay, thank you. Big up. Thanks.
Okay. Aitoma, what is next for your team, the under 23? What happens next now? From now?
Well, the team has qualified for the Pan Am Games. So they
So
hope,
Dominic has qualified for the Pan Am
yes,
Games.
as a good team winning the competition.
So when will that be?
That is sometime next year. I really don't know the exact date.
Okay.
The plan is really to try to.
And where will the Pan Am, where will it be held?
Honestly, I really didn't do all the research as to where exactly.
It's next
just
year,
to
right?
butt in, if
Go
you
ahead,
don't
Sidney,
mind.
go ahead, Sidney.
Yeah, just to butt in, if you don't mind. It's actually the Pan American Cup, which is,
Right.
I think there was some miscommunication in the initial phases. Whereas the Pan American Cup, under 23 Pan American Cup, and it is scheduled to be held in Canada. It's currently written in for the end of August to the beginning of September.
Next year.
Of course, that
So you
that
have
may be
enough
subject to
notice
change.
then? You have enough notice?
Yes.
Well, Sydney, I remember recently you said that you all couldn't take part in some competition because of funds. So now that you have enough notice, I am sure that will not be a problem next year, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, the issue of funding, when I mentioned it the last time, was just one of the issues.
Okay.
I mean, we had some issues that were greater and more pressing than just the funding. It was just one of the extenuating circumstances. But you know, for in this case, it's a team that we want to put together, and so it's not dependent on just one or two players. So we do anticipate that the issues we had previously, we will not face them this time. And you know, we haven't had any promises yet since it's fresh, but we've always had good support from the Olympic Committee. So, and also from a few private sponsors. And this time, Lindomat and the Marigot Credit Union helped us out. So we do anticipate that, given almost a year, we will be able to secure the funding for the young men to participate in that tournament. And also, there is another ECVA under 23 tournament next year, supposed to be both male and female and seniors. So we are looking to make sure that both our men and women, senior and junior, are able to participate in all of the competitions available to them.
Question.
Go ahead, Lobby.
Yes, to the coach. As I heard, the tournament is next year, 2026. I am hoping that visas will be you all will sort the visas early enough. There won't be any problem when the time comes. So the earlier you start getting the visas for the players, I don't want to have any problem at the end.
But what they should do, don't only get for the team that was in Antigua, get for at least 12. When you travel, how many players travel?
10.
Right. So get for at least 20 people, because you have to make allowance for injuries and that sort of thing. So you have a group of about 20 people, get visas. That's what I think you all should do. Don't only get for the 10 people.
Well, I think that is not a bad idea. I think we have to look into getting visas for the guys, for the ones that don't already have it.
Exactly.
It's something that we have to look into.
And people on the fringe of selection.
It's a part of the planning. We already have a core of players that we work with usually. So there are some new guys that coming on board, some really good talented younger players that actually just on the fringe of making the team also.
Okay, exactly.
So we have an idea what the pool of our players are looking like right now.
Right.
I think that is not a bad idea to try to look into, their visas and the things that they need to travel so that they can be, up for selection.
Because you don't want to go looking for 10 and then something happens, somebody gets injured or something happens, you can't travel and you're stuck. So the fringe people, there should be visas obtained for them so that you're well organized, because you have enough time. August next year, get your funding, your players right, your training right and everything, so that when you go out there. But tell me, how many countries take part in that though? Sydney, you can tell us.
I am not sure of that at the moment. I know we can expect Dominica by winning the ECVA under 23. There's also another Caribbean zone, that is the Kazova. Trinidad are the champions. So we would expect them there. And additionally, maybe one or two teams from Central America and what we call the Big Six in the North American Confederation. So Canada, the US, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Mexico, and the Dominican Republic.
How about Cuba?
Yeah, Cuba is one of those Big Six.
And Brazil.
But are the teams will they be in zones or round robin?
Well, the competition format is not something that has been published yet. It's probably most likely going to be round robin followed by a knockout phase.
Okay, so it's plenty volleyball out there for you guys, man, and plenty work for the association, and obviously the coach that was there would have helped. I'm sure you did some work with him, Item, as well.
Yeah, I did. I was the assistant coach when he was here as the coach, so
Okay.
I learned a lot from him. I think it's showing. We have changed, some of our styles, some of the methods that we go about using coaching the team, some of the things that we look for in players now. Some of the skills that we try to develop, a bit different, moving away a little bit from the old school, what we used to do before, and trying to implement new things. So we are seeing results from it. So
did he call you and when you all won the competition? Did he call you?
Well, he sent me a message before we went to the competition, telling me, good luck, hope we do well. And then when we won, he sent his congratulations. Also spoke to him about the Pan Am Games Cup. And in that cup, he's from Canada.
Oh, he's a Canadian.
And the game is in Canada, so he's also still, offering us his help. He can always come around to try to help us out. Once we are willing to accept his help, he's willing to help us as much as he can in whatever capacity.
Very good.
That's nice. That's nice. So at least you will get the assistance when, in fact, what you all could do when you get to Canada, have him on the bench with you. That's something you can think about.
Well, we need to figure that out. But again, all of that is up to
The association.
And, because when we went to Antigua, I had an assistant coach that was David Tousse.
Right.
So it wasn't just myself. So I have now, with the senior guys, it was me alone. But with the junior guys, I had an assistant coach, which really made a big difference also.
Okay. Nice, man. Right. Well, I just say again, on behalf of all our guys, Sports Shop, we want to congratulate. That's a wonderful achievement. Not often hear Dominica team going out and coming back with gold medal. I mean, this is something that's really unheard of in recent times. So we want to congratulate you, congratulate all the players. I wish we could have had one of the players in studio with us. It's always good to hear from the players themselves. So we want to thank you and Sydney, for joining us, and continue doing the good work in volleyball.
Yeah, man, thanks. We do hope to continue not just participating, but actually winning. Like I said, I think we have a good, very good, talented
core of players,
dedicated core of players. And I can, as long as they stick with the game, I can only see us continue winning.
Very good.
Excellent.
Very good. Thank you, Sydney. Thank you, Itoma. Thank you, guys.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Yeah, man. Continue doing what you guys doing. Continue. And Itoma, as Dr. Funkin said to you, try and play some hardball, man. You're playing that softball thing all the time, man. You're a young man still, eh? By the way, how is Lyopak now? What is happening up there in that ground? That was a lovely playing field. What is happening up there?
Pasture.
But I think there is a practice because I gave a senior a ride some time ago, and he was just coming from practice. So that's where he was practicing. Layu? I would say your park in Marigot. Yes.
What is Layu Park? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, Layu Park.
Layu Park is right now.
Bush?
So it could have been Londonderry then.
Probably,
because he told me he was coming
probably
from
London.
practice.
So the ground is now not usable?
I don't think so. I don't think not even the footballers use there.
My
they were the
goodness.
last group of people really.
So it's just more or less abandoned?
Yeah, for now.
That's a great shame.
I'm hoping that they can put together a group of people that can actually do something.
But Marigot have a lot of young sportsmen, so people should play in sport. You can have a playing field right there. And good.
Tipo.
Well,
Let's hope they can do something about it.
Okay, thank you, Itoma. Yeah, what you're saying, Lobby?
Oh, but the city has been paralyzed. Everybody's been paralyzed then. It's rum and see what you have now, Praise God.
Well, but that is why in the new thing they say the track, they say they'll have an area for entertainment. So I guess they'll have the CO area in that athletics track, because I heard Oscar Judge saying there's a thing for entertainment and so on. So everything is CO. Thank you, Itoma. Thank you, man. Yeah. We have a few minutes to talk about cricket. What we'll do, Senior Fountain, we'll highlight him yesterday. He made 39. I don't think they have him opening the batting. Yeah, yesterday.
Yes, he opened.
He batted opening. Normally, you bat 3 and so on.
He opened both games, actually.
Right, but they won So that's good.
I was surprised though. I thought they would have, because he was batting one down all
He
the
batted
time.
number 3. That's why I noticed in this series he's
they
batting
open. I was
batting.
disappointed. By the first game, he only scored 8, and I was
Yeah.
like, why did you make him so open?
Because he batted number 3 in the series before.
And he did very well
against Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Well, they're on the home stretch, because the World Cup starts in January.
Yeah.
In Namibia and Zimbabwe. That's where the under-19 World Cup
But
will
we
be.
are playing all our games in Namibia.
Namibia, right. So in January, that's where West Indies. So the guys probably, after the series, go home for Christmas and bam,
They
go get ready again for the World Cup. So
And I also noticed they made another tweak. They brought the captain who scored 90.
Joshua Dawn,
They brought him in number 3.
Yeah, Joshua
So I
Dawn.
guess they're trying to experiment a little bit to see, how they
But
can
you know what I'm perplexed with is that Andrew's supposed to be part of the team because he's still up under 19 age. I don't know what's going to happen because, he's playing for the Leeward Islands now in Super 50. So I must try and find out. I'll probably speak to the Leeward Islands president probably tomorrow to find out exactly what's happening because he's supposed to still be of age. Yeah, Joel Andrew is supposed to still be of the age to play in the World Cup. So I don't know why they should have him with the team. I don't understand what's happening.
Because he was not called up. So I'm not
he's
sure.
supposed to be of age still. I think he's still below the age where he can play.
Maybe he will be, if you're 19, because he will be 19 on the 7th of December.
7th of December.
He'll be 19.
I know before, if that date there, he would not play. But sometimes you see they change the date. I don't know. So I'll try and find out.
Because it's under 19, right?
Yeah. But
if you
before
turn 19 before the tournament,
but
probably can't
before
play.
you could have been 19 in September 1st of the year before the tournament play.
And still play.
And then they changed that after. You remember when they had the problem, people like Wayne Phillip?
Right,
when they went to South Africa and 7 of the West Indian guys had to be sent home. They were over the age. So they had changed it, but I think... So they make tweaks all the time. So I'll try and find out if he's still available to play for the West Indies in the World Cup. Good evening, caller.
Sibo, before I forget and you close your program, I want to tell you congratulations. You won't blow your own trumpet. So congratulations, Liam got an award.
Thank you. Well, he's not there now. He's in a boat somewhere, some boat with Shelley, the lead singer of, what's the name, Signal Band, is on some trip somewhere on a boat somewhere, a big tourist boat. Yes, right, guys. Let's talk about the Windward Islands yesterday. That was a massive chaser, 325. But again, Leeward Islands have to take some blame. I mean, I watched the game. Leeward Islands should have scored close to 400 because, in all fairness, the Windward bowling looked very weak. Very weak. In fact, Respera called me, asked me watching it and tell me, hey, wow, this bowling. And against stronger teams, but again, all the Leeward Island batsmen were giving away their wickets. I suspect they took the Windward for granted because even Kofi James, who made the 100, gave away his hand. Tuckett, the youngster, gave away his hand. Andrew gave away his wicket. Honestly, I do not know why Rakim Cornwall is still playing cricket. I mean, this is a great shame, honestly, to have Cornwall in a cricket field, honestly. Seriously.
Well, they still believe in him. I mean, he's still...
No, man. Cornwall bowled 10 overs for 80 runs, 10 overs. And he gets off for Doc, and man, it's a joke, man. I mean, yeah, but you have to give the Windwards credit for scoring 325 to win that match yesterday.
Yeah.
And while they're playing tomorrow against Guyana, I think that will be a stiffer opposition tomorrow. They play Guyana tomorrow. So that will be a bit tougher tomorrow. So,
yeah, I mean, I'm still disappointed with the selection.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
because I cannot understand how Tyson can be on that team. When I watch the people that were bowling there, I find that it's a joke. Honestly, it's a real joke that Tyson Dominica, in fact, he came back on Sunday. He's back in Dominica now. When he should have been in Trinidad playing.
Yeah, I don't get it, Sibo.
I don't understand. I myself cannot understand
I don't understand.
Right. By the way, guys, the West Indies announced their squad today. Did you all hear the test team?
Yes.
Lovey, they announced the squad for the test series, which starts next Sunday, not this Sunday.
December.
The first test, December 2nd. The first?
December 2nd.
So that is next Monday. That will be a Monday night, 6 p.m. So, yes. So, you saw the test squad. I saw they bring in 2 young, Oje Shield. I don't think you all guys have heard of him. He's a fast bowler. I've seen him bowl. He's a fast bowler from Jamaica. Yeah. And Lane is there as well. But 37-year-old Keeper Roach has been brought back. You know, it was right on that program where you remember when I asked Miles Bascom about Roach,
Yes,
said
yes.
they had gone past him. You remember that, Lobby?
Yes.
You break it up, Lobby.
No, it's Hodge on.
Hodge is on the team.
Hodge is on.
But if you look at the composition of the team, I don't see both of them playing at the same time. No way. No. Okay, let's look at it. Number 4.
It depends on what happens to King.
Well, King didn't play the last test.
But he's on the team.
He's on the team.
15.
That's what I'm saying. I cannot see both of them playing at the same time. Hope is at 4. That's why he made it 100. The captain is at 5. The keeper, Imlek, is at 6, and Graves at 7. So you have 4, 5, 6, 7 already set, unless there's an injury. So the only space that there is number 3, because the 2 openers are there, Campbell and Chanderpaul. So there's only one space that has to go to King, Afanaz, and Hodge. Yeah, one space, number 3. So you could either find none of them playing or one of them playing. I cannot see both of them playing at the same time. No way. That will not happen. Unless people get injured. Because 4, 5, 6, 7 is set. Yeah. Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7 is set.
So is there but 4, 5, 6, 7. So who comes in at number 8 then?
Well, it's 4 bowlers. After 7, 4 bowlers. Yeah, you have the 4 bowlers. Yeah. 4 bowlers. But you know, again, I see they have Warwick as vice captain. This to me is just a nonsense to have Warwick as the vice captain. New Zealand traditional spinners don't do very well there. Why would you have Warwick on as vice captain? I cannot. I don't know what the hell these people are doing.
But I don't know. Afanas was dropped for the second.
Yeah, the second one day.
One day.
And they play tomorrow night again. Eh? But again, even that, they drop Afanas. But
they kept coming.
They dropped them. And August, to me, is not ready for this. They drop Afanas, but you have August. Let's take this caller. We come back.
Campbell scored 4 and 4.
Out of 15 balls, by the way. Let's take this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Yes.
I just want to digress a little and go to the one day, the ODI. I saw the first one day, and to me, the top order batsman of the West Indies wasn't getting behind the ball. I don't know. I don't know if I'm wrong, but watching the cricket, I realized they wasn't getting up behind the ball, especially the top order. And another thing, I see how Sana work out Afanas. Afanas made 3. He tried to shoot the ball twice, he missed. The first one. I don't know if Afanas playing without his head on. You have a man
with a trap
backward square leg or wherever there. Santa probing you. You miss, you sweep, you miss. You sweep, you miss. Then you go back and sweep and you get in out. Sometimes he plays cricket and sometimes he doesn't play it. To me, I may be wrong, but I just find him, they're working him out, man. You know, thank you.
No, but you know, I remember I was saying that to a friend of Vivian Richards saying to me years ago, Dr. Farlobi, a good cricketer has to be able to correct his faults.
Of course.
You cannot be getting out the same way all the time. Because what will happen, you see they drop him for the second test. One people will get fed up of you. They will drop you.
Of course.
Because you cannot be getting out the same way all the time. All the time. You have to be able to work on your faults. You cannot be doing that all the time and expect it to continue. All the time. And the caller mentioned about they were not getting the ball. Well, the caller didn't want to say in the old days we say the batsmen were running. That's what we will say from the pace.
But they're running.
Because that's what will happen in the test series with the red ball. Some of them will struggle. You remember the last series of the Ambrose got his had broken up there. You remember that against the pace. So our batsmen, when the test series starts with free slips in the gully, will find it very hot. I can tell you that. So men have to be able to play horizontal back shots because you cannot keep the thing about as a batsman. If you keep ducking or backing away, you're encouraging the bowlers. So sometimes you have to take them on.
Right.
You have to take them on. And I think there has to be a better way of handling it. There has to be a better way. And yes, Lobby.
Yes, on the ODI. First of all, looking at the ODI, Sebastian, I'm wondering, nobody wants to take, I'm not saying singles, the shot selections are terrible. Shots And terrible, terrible fellas to me, giving away their hands. And number two, Sebastian, the bowlers, I can understand that. You're not theory. You want to bowl some gentle, like all that short pitch delivery. Just think of gentle. All right. Look at the wickets. Every time you look at these wickets, they take a wicket, a well-up ball. Next ball, a short pitch delivery. I said, these guys, are they crazy? You just bowl the guy, beautiful ball. The other 2 free balls, short pitch deliveries, and they're not fast at all.
Yeah, but in all fairness, though, Sibo and Lobby, the West Indies, the games have been competitive.
Yes, true.
At least
want to win.
That's what I've always said. It's okay. I can suffer the loss. I can bear the loss. When we lose like that, but because they are competing. I mean, the last 2 games, they so that is something to be
Doc,
to be hopeful about.
I am not happy. I like to lose. I hate to lose like that.
But you see, if the end result,
The
that's
end result,
important.
I know.
The end result, which is winning,
but they're
and
not.
we are
They're not
losing too much.
walking over. You see, because we don't have the mindset of winning. Once you get into the winning mindset, it will be different. Those close games, you'll win.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
Well,
New Zealand has not lost a game in New Zealand in forever.
Well, that's true, and they're number 2 in the world.
And they're number 2 in the world. So you would expect that for any close game, they'll pull it out because they're used to winning. West Indies, they're not used to winning. The close games, they may lose, but they're being competitive. So that to me is, is good.
But he made the caller made mention of his top order. What is happening? Hope made 100, but nobody is really scoring runs, and that's what the problem. Nobody's scoring runs, and that is the problem where the top order not making runs. Let's take this caller. Good evening. Hello.
Okay, let's take.
Hello.
Hello, Sibo, that's my last call.
No, you can continue calling. Nobody's stopping
Sibo,
you.
let me tell you something, and let me ask you a question. I hear you say there, Atanas or Hodge might not play.
One of the play, no way. Unless people injured.
Sibo, I'm asking you a question. If they know one will play, the other one wouldn't play, why they pick both of them?
Well, you need.
Is it a copiage thing?
No.
Because when we talk Hodge, you drop Hodge, we talking. They drop what is his name? We talking. So they just decide. Like that, I'm asking people.
No. Well, what I'll say to you, you have to pick 15 people. So you have to pick a squad. There will be subs. There will be 12 and 13 and 14 and 15 men. So, but I honestly don't, unless there's injury, because as I say, number 4 is set. 5 is set. 6 is set.
Okay, so Graves is at 8.
No, Graves is at 7.
At 7. So and Graves, I think on current form, I think Graves will play.
He must play.
He
I mean, he must play. In fact, he made 50 odd. It was in the last test in India. You remember that? Yeah, and even consistent.
So you have Temlak at 8. Wow.
No, Temlak batted at 6 in India. Yeah, he batted.
Okay.
Temlak is a batsman, really. He's a specialist batsman. He batted at 6 in India.
So we have at 8 then.
We at 8 in the last series. Who was at 8? You had in India. You had both Warwick and what's his name playing pair on the squad. Yeah, and then you had Seals and Lane in India, right? That was the 11. So obviously you would have probably Roach, Seals, another seamer. You have Anderson Phillips. Anderson Phillips is there as well. He's on the squad.
They play Shields.
The problem you have with those things now, before when you went to tour, you had practice games, but now you go straight into a test match.
So you have the 4 bowlers then.
Yeah,
they'll play Warwick at 8 then.
Well, again, it depends on the conditions.
Warwick and Roach,
Seals,
and
one of Phillips, Shields, or Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how the combination would be. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I don't see Afanas and Hodge playing together.
You're absolutely correct.
Yeah, one of them will play. It could happen. None of them will play.
And
that can happen because if they decide to pick Brendan King, if they decide to do that. So it's one space.
The only thing is that on current form, King may not play.
Exactly.
But they may be tempted to play Afanas.
Hodge. Well, yeah, because they just dropped Afanas.
Yeah.
If he doesn't play tomorrow night, because West Indies is playing tomorrow night again at 9. By the way, listeners, the third one day is tomorrow night at 9. So they're playing tomorrow night, 9 p.m. So unless Afanas plays tomorrow, we don't know who will play, which one of them will bat, because somebody has to bat at number 3.
Yes, and I see them sticking with Campbell for the opening.
Yeah, well, he made 100 last test, so there's no way he can get dropped. In last test, he made 100, so it's impossible for you to drop him. Shanda Paul to mid 30 odd. Well, they only have 2 openers, so it's gonna be very interesting how they go about it. And the Roach thing, I mean, I still feel Kemar Roach can bowl. I mean,
yes,
and on conditions like in New Zealand, he'll be useful there.
And I was told in the high performance center he did well. He
he's a professional. The guy is a professional. He's a professional. So,
and I'm told that they were actually reproducing the conditions in Antigua
that they will have in New Zealand.
And you realize we are that advanced in
the sticky wicket, as they call it, they have conditions there. Because in New Zealand, Dr. when you get to the ground, sometimes you can't even differentiate between the outfield and the pitches because they're all the grassy, but it's hard enough. And I remember when I went to the ladies in Christchurch, you see green pitches. You go to Hamilton, Auckland, so you see the pitches green and Williamson will come back for the Test series.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this great batsman.
Yes.
So
my goodness.
He'll come back. That's a run machine.
I was hoping he would not be playing.
No, he'll come back for the Test series. So he's a run machine.
Yes.
So it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. But go ahead, Lobby.
Yes, yes. I'm listening to you, the Dr. Funk. As I said earlier on, Sebastian, in terms of I'm a gracious loser. All right. But I won't come for losing. The way we are losing. If I am the coach, Sebastian, they will look in the locker room when after the game. Viv, you can imagine Viv being the coach, and you have Afanas out in this way. There'd be serious talk going on. Because that's just it, man. As you said, you have to correct yourself. You have to, and we know that. Look, the guys look at the way how we are batting, and they're setting traps for you. They know your weaknesses. They're setting traps. They're setting the traps. All right.
Well, the analysts know have all the footage. Analysts know and they work out how to get you out. They have all these things.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Sibo, just quickly coming back to the Volcanoes. Stefan got a 40.
40 yesterday.
But
you think they need to go on.
Go on.
You cannot. People have to go on. When you get stats, again, I'm sure you were watching last night. The wicket looked very good, and I can tell you that looked like a good pitch. It looked like a good pitch.
Yes, I was hoping that gotten his.
You have to go on.
50,
it's not like Afanas was getting 20s and 30s, and obviously they decide they got fed up with that. They're getting out and so on. So people need to make runs.
But I was surprised that they still picked Campbell over him though for the one day. I don't know. I mean
over Afanas.
Yes,
again,
he's got 4 in the
he's
first.
not on bringing Afanas, and they've tried to make him into an opener. It doesn't work. I mean, that's the problem. You've been using him in the open. Normally, he bats number 3 for Windward Islands, 4, and then you keep putting him at the top of the order. And Campbell is an opener, and Campbell made runs in the last Super 50 playing for Jamaica as an opener.
That's true.
So that's at the root.
I think that's where the problem is for Afanas, I don't know.
And Sibo, you look at Shy Hope, is class by himself. I love this guy, but
well, he's a class. The only disappointing thing is Shy Hope. By now, we should have had at least 10 of Test hundreds. He should have already figured Headingley in which year? 2001, was it 16? At Headingley.
Yes.
200 same game and same match, and he has been very disappointing. And I wish he could convert his ODI form into Test cricket. Because 19 ODI 100 now. Makes so many runs at ODI and Test cricket. He has been struggling. So we really wish we have a caller. Let's take the caller.
The callers left.
Left.
And I think West Indies looking ahead. For example, when we have Sharma and Alzari back, the bowling will be pretty robust. Will be pretty good. I think. Jason says. I think now the batting is what that has to step up.
We need to be putting runs on the board.
Yeah.
Because
we have the
because you
bowlers
can't
that
win
can-
matches if you don't score runs.
Oh, if you look,
Oh, yeah?
look at the ODI. Hello, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the ODIs, Sebastian. And look at the ODIs.
Mm-hmm.
The fast bowlers have been contributing significantly, almost 80, 90 runs among themselves.
You mean the lower order batting?
the
you mean?
lower order, yeah.
The lower order.
That'll be helping us.
Yes.
I mean, Ford can bat. In fact, Matthew Ford in this year's first class competition averaged over 15. In fact, he made a 70-something not against Windwards to beat the Windward Islands. Matthew Ford can bat. I mean, he can bat. I mean, Springer can bat. Sharma Springer can bat. Yeah. Romario Shepherd can bat.
But you need to use his head. you need to use his head just a little more.
Yeah, I know, man.
He'll be all right.
They say, most of your above the neck. Good evening.
Yes, Sue.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And good evening to the rest of the panel. I have a technical question.
Go ahead.
They said, I wanted to say that Everton Wicks was quoted as saying 3 balls is preferable to 2 sixes.
Yes.
So, and then what he was emphasizing is playing the ball in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And what when Atherton got up, I did not have a problem with the sweeping. My problem was the playing the ball in the air. What is happening when the guys sweep and they play the ball in the air so often? What technical thing they're not doing?
Okay. Look at. Let me ask you. You've seen Virat Kohli bat, right?
Yes.
How many times you have seen him sweep the ball? If you watch him, he's hardly swept the ball, right? And he's made almost 9,000 runs in Test cricket. Don't even talk about T20. So you tell yourself as a batsman sometimes, when you go into bat, in your mind, you say, I cut enough that stroke today. You remember Tendulkar had a problem outside the off stump, and he decided he was not going to cover drive, and he made 100. Yeah, he told himself he's going to cut off that stroke. So you must have the discipline to tell yourself, I am not going to sweep in this inning. I will get my run some other way. But as I say, you cannot be getting out the same way all the time. And it's the same thing. And a good cricketer has to be able to correct his fault.
Has to adjust.
You have to adjust and make that. And as I said, most of the cricket is played above the shoulder. In other words, in your head. No matter how much talent you have, most of it is in your brain. And that's what's not happening, Alec. You still there?
On the technical question, what happened is
go ahead.
If you're in football and you're kicking a ball, you know your ball has to be forward. If you listen back, you will kick the ball in the air.
Mm-hmm.
So in the cricket, when sweeping, what technical thing they're not doing?
Well,
why they're sweeping in the air?
Well, it's not why they're deciding to that. You can lean over the ball and sweep it on the ground, But if you notice, they look again the same thing in T20, trying to hit sixes. So they're deliberately trying to hit the ball in the air. That's what's happening. Okay. That's what's happening. And you made a point about Everton Wicks. You know how many runs he scored in Test cricket? Do you know how many sixes he scored? Everton Wicks. You know?
They said 2, I believe.
1 6, and he made almost 5,000 Test runs in Test cricket. FC Everton, one of the greatest West Indian batsmen of all time.
Before
yeah, 1 6.
So when he scored another one.
Yeah, 1 6. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, guys, we have to wind up for people. 10:20 tonight. First test between Australia and England at Perth. It's going to be an exciting test series, 5 test series. West Indies plays tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, third ODI. India and South Africa play tomorrow night from 12. By the way, you have to give Temba Bavuma credit. He's been arguably the best batsman in Test cricket last year. Performed all the time for South Africa. And sometimes I feel sorry he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Exactly.
Temba Bavuma. So tomorrow night at 12 o'clock.
We should talk about it next time.
Next time.
Because he was called all kinds of names.
He was called a midget or anything
like
that. But they were using their language and thought people couldn't pick it up. Right. And tomorrow, in the Super 15 in the Caribbean, the Leewards play Barbados, the Windwards play Guyana, And the match on television at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, Trinidad will be playing against Jamaica. Tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock, that's on television. And on Sunday, you're going to have Trinidad playing Guyana on TV. And Sunday afternoon, the Windwards will be playing Barbados, that's on Sunday. And Jamaica will be playing the Leewards.
But we can also get the games on YouTube.
YouTube. Games that they have, they're streaming the game. You want that on TV, you can get the link and it's streaming. So the Windward Islands tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, will be playing against Guyana. Right, guys? So, and 20 past 10 tonight, first test, England against Australia. They call it the Ashes series. It starts tonight in Perth, Australia. Australia without Miguel Cummings and Hazelwood, who of the better bowlers, okay? So on behalf of Emmanuel LeBlanc and Dr. Fontaine, I want to say good night, everybody. We'll be back next week. Good night.